welcome back. Let's read this one. I did read the Antonov AN-72, the 74, then the Antonov 148. This is a development. This Antonov 178 is from the 148, and that's the Antonov company. And that the big another more, but I make 100 different kind of aircrafts. But the power is low on my camcorder, so let's read.
Antonov An-178. An-178 Roll Military Transport Aircraft National Origin Ukraine A Design Group Antonov built by Antonov Serial Production Plant 1. First flight 7 May 2015 Status in development number built 1 as of 2020 Developed from Antonov An-158. The Antonov An-178, Ukrainian, 178, is a short-range medium airlift military transport aircraft signed and produced by the Ukrainian Antonov company. Based on the Antonov An-158 and 148-200, the project was announced on the 5th of February 2010. The first prototype was rolled out on the 16th of April 2015 and conducted its maiden flight on the 7th of May 2015. 2.3. The An-178 is proposed to replace several outdated transport aircraft, such as the An-12, An-26 and An-32. 4. The aircraft will have an avionics suite similar to Antonov An-148, and will use Progress D436-148 FM engines. The An-178 is a potential competitor for the Embraer KC-390 from Brazil. 5. The company has planned to build more than 200 of the aircraft. 6. Development. The An-178 project begun in 2009 as a self-financed venture of Antonov, having resolved to produce a direct successor to the company's previous generation of transport aircraft produced during the Soviet era, including the An-12, An-26 and An-32. 4. 7. It is aimed to be a replacement for aging international types such as the Transall C-160. 8. To this end, the company conducted market research to identify the contemporary requirements of the international aviation market as well as the specific needs of existing clients that determined such an aircraft should have its payload capacity optimized for the carriage of between 13 and 18 tons. During 2011, work on the detailed design commenced. Company officials decided to base the new transport aircraft on the in-production An-148 and An-158 family. 7. Rollout ceremony of the Antonov An-178 prototype, April 2015. In comparison to the preceding An-12, the new transport aircraft features 2 engines in place of 4, has reduced maintenance requirements, and a smaller flight crew, all of which will lower ongoing costs to its operators. 7. Antonov has promoted the aircraft as incorporating the latest international air freight standards and its limited reliance upon airport infrastructure while loading and unloading multi-ton freight payloads, enabling its use from austere airstrips and inhospitable terrains such as tundra and deserts. Both civilian and military applications have been foreseen for the type on the international market. 7. During the early 2010s, there were reports that future production standard An-178s would feature an elongated wingspan while retaining the organic wing panels of the An-158. 8. This would permit its maximal takeoff weight to be increased to an estimated 56 tons. Furthermore, later production variants would need turbofan engines with a thrust of about 9,500 kgf to have the characteristics required. such as the new generation in development Ivchenko Progress AI-28 turbofan. Antonov decided to install less powerful D436-148 FM engines on the first An-178 prototype, perhaps as an interim measure. The D436-148 FM is a derivative of the production standard D436-148 with an upgraded fan, which boosted the takeoff thrust to 7,800 kgf. It has an emergency power rating of 8,580 kgf.89. On the 29th of July, 2014, the main fuselage of the first prototype had been completed and moved to the final assembly hall to be mated with the other airframe components. 8. On the 16th of April, 2015, the first prototype was rolled out at a ceremony held in Kiev. 3 weeks later, on the 7th of May, 2015, the prototype performed its maiden flight. 2.10. By this point, the program was roughly 2 years behind schedule, as flight testing had been originally set to commence during 2013. 11. By May 2017, a total of 115 test flights had been conducted, during which in excess of 194 flight hours had accumulated. 12. The An-178 made its Western debut at the 2015 Paris Air Show. 7. 13. During the event, Antonov announced that it had secured multiple orders for the first batch of production aircraft, which it claimed was already underway at its primary facility outside Kiev. 7. Furthermore, the company also stated that additional production agreements were being considered with both Azerbaijan and China. It was also said that customers could choose to access associated simulator training through the company. 7. In November 2015, the An-178 also appeared at the Dubai Air Show winking sad smiley 14. Shortly thereafter, it was announced that the Royal Saudi Air Force had signed a letter of intent to obtain 30 An-178. It was also stated that their resulting deal could include localized manufacturing activities in Saudi Arabia. 15. 16. Antonov has also discussed potential joint production arrangements with Turkey. 17. The domestic market has been particularly important to the program. In June 2019, the Ministry of Internal Affairs of Ukraine placed an order for 13 An-178s. At the time, these were to be reportedly delivered within 3 years. 18. During January 2021, it was announced that Antonov was embarking on the production of an initial 3 An-178s for the Ukrainian Air Force following the signing of a Memorandum of Cooperation. 19. In May of that year, Antonov announced that fabrication of the fuselage for the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense's first An-178 had been completed. 20. During December 2021, construction of the first production An-178 was declared to be complete. Certification testing commenced after. 21. Design. An An-178 for Ministry of the Interior of Peru under construction November 2020. The Antonov An-178 is a high-wing transport aircraft with moderately swept winglets and a T-tail. It was derived from the 99-seat An-158 regional airliner and was fitted with the commonized F-1 fuselage nose section with the identical flight deck wing panels, empennage and most of the onboard systems. 8. Fuselage, however, was newly created with an enlarged diameter facet grown from 3.35 m to 3.9 m, which has resulted in an enlarged cargo hold. The cargo cabin cross-section increased to 2.75 m by 2.75 m. 8. Aside from the wing structure, outer panels, including winglets, front fuselage nose, Cockpit and nose landing gear which come from the An-178. There is an extra pair of tandem main wheels on each side. 22. The airframe is composed of aluminium alloys and composite materials. The fuselage is semi-monocoque with a circular cross-section. The retractable landing gear consists of two main wheel bogies and a dual nose wheel. Digital avionics are furnished. 7. The flight control system is dual duplex fly-by-wire system, consisting of two parts, FCSA and FCSB, each of which is responsible for two control channels. Flight control surfaces include ailerons near the wing tips, 4 control spoilers, 6 lift dump forward/speed brake spoilers, rudder and elevators, with an emergency mechanical cable backup system. The power plant consists of two Progress D436-148 FM turbofan engines, mounted on pylons under the wings, and an auxiliary power unit. The An-178 is capable of transport payloads of up to 18 tons over 1,000 kilometers, or up to 10 tons over 4,000 kilometer. 23. It has a fully pressurized cargo compartment, unlike various Soviet-era transport aircraft, which eliminates various restrictions pertaining to the carriage of certain payloads, including passengers' foodstuffs, and other perishables, when flown at high altitude, expanding both the range and application of aircraft. 7. Potential military payloads include standardized cargo containers, a maximum of 99 infantry personnel with full combat equipment, up to 80 paratroopers, or as many as 40 casualties on litters and 30 seated casualties. 8. Operators. The An-178 prototype in flight orders and letters of intent. United Arab Emirates Maximus Air, letter of intent, 24. Azerbaijan Silkway Airlines, launch customer with a firm order for 10 aircraft placed in May 2015. 25, 26. Saudi Arabia Royal Saudi Air Force, letter of intent for 30 aircraft, 15. Though the planned order was later reported to have been cancelled. 27. Iraqi Army, 2 on order, 28. People's Republic of China Star, China Beijing Technology Company placed order for 50 aircraft and proposed to establish joint production in PRC. 29. Ukraine Ministry of Internal Affairs of Ukraine, ordered 13 aircraft, 18. Ukrainian Air Force, ordered 3 aircraft, and 178-100P. The assembly of the first one started in spring 2021. 30. Peru. Ministry of the Interior of Peru, ordered 1 aircraft, which was later cancelled. 31, 32. Specifications. Data from 33, 34, 35. General characteristics. Crew, 2. Capacity, 90 soldiers, 70 paratroopers, 48 on stretchers plus 15 seated, 8 medical modules and 12, or 16 tons of cargo, overload variant 18 tons. Length, 32.23 m, 105 feet 9 in. Wingspan, 30.57 m, 100 feet 4 in. Height, 9.57 m, 31 feet 5 in. Max takeoff weight, 51,000 kilograms, 112,436 pound. Fuel capacity, 14,650 kilograms, 32,298 pound. Max landing weight, 47,000 kilograms, 103,617 pound. Power plant, 2 Progress D436-148 FM turbofan. Thrust each, 73.55 kN, 16,534 lbf. Maximum speed, 990 km per hour, 620 miles per hour, 530 kn. Cruise speed, 825 km per hour, 513 miles per hour, 445 kn. Range, 4,700 km, 2,900 mi, 2,500 mi. Ferry range, 5,300 km, 3,300 mi, 2,900 mi. Service ceiling, 12,000 m, 39,000 feet. Required landing distance, 2,500 m, 8,200 feet. See also. Flag. Ukraine Portal Aviation Portal Related Development Antonov An-171. Antonov An-172. Antonov An-174. Antonov An-178.
Okay, the computer just crashed, but did finish reading. It's 7 p.m. But I did write everything down here, so we had deleted from my read list. So we had to charge, we had to close it. I need to buy a new computer, but I'm not spending my last money I own on a computer. I need to have some money in the bank account. But I can find all this many aircrafts. Some I have read, some not. That's many lists. B0 to B6. So that's B6. So I make many pages. That's B5. That's this long-range missile from the MiG-31. Ballistic long-range missile, air-launched ballistic missile for the MiG-31, and that's missiles for the MiG-31, like the R-37 and the R-33 missile. So Russian Air Force, we need to read about that, and the Soviet Air Force. All kind of Soviet aircraft, the Penman Tornado, F-14 Tomcats, MiG-35, lot of good aircrafts. Saab Dragon, Saab Gripen, the Eurofighter, F-18, F-18 Super Hornets, F-15, MiG-25. And just going on, F-15, the Hercules C-130, many good aircrafts, F-22 Raptor, that's a nuclear bomb for the F-16, General Dynamic F-16 have a nuclear bomb you can put below it. That's American main battle tank. The F-104 Starfighters, we need to read that. Many good nuclear submarine, General Dynamics, a lot of good stuff, and just going on and on and on. Penman Tornado, MiG, and there, yes. Then start the computer again. I have to stop the video because the video is splitting. Going to upload all this. So I will stop the video.